Contestant number 6. Adrianna Munoz. Not running, not sorry. Not running, not sorry. Adrianna Munoz.
I'm standing at the starting line of my high school's track. It's 400 meters and wraps around the football field, and there are 10 hurdles spaced evenly around it, standing at about 3 feet tall. To my left are 5 elite sprinters, stretching and moving around, getting ready for the race. And I cannot help but feel this overwhelming sense of dread. And that is because I don't belong there. I am not a sprinter. I am not a jumper. What I am is toast. My normal event is a 2-mile. 8 laps of steady endurance running instead of one sprinty, jumpy race. And now you're wondering, how the heck did I end up here? And I am here as a special form of punishment from my coach for missing track practice yesterday. What my coach doesn't know is the reason I missed practice. It was my only time to study for an accelerated chemistry course. I'm also in other accelerated courses. I'm also volunteering at a nursing home every weekend, and I'm also working at a pizzeria every weekend, all in hopes to land a really good college scholarship, because if I don't, I am not going. The gun goes off and it pulls me from my pity party, and I start running as fast as I can. I shift my attention to the left to see my 5 competitors not there. I look forward and see them already beautifully and gracefully jumping over that first hurdle. I get it together and I start running as fast as I can, and I try to jump over that first hurdle, and I knock that thing right over. I shift my attention to the right, and I meet my coach's line of sight, and he's wearing a big smug smile, arms crossed, as he knows his punishment landed. Get my head in the game, and I start running as fast as my slow twitch muscles will carry me to the second hurdle. And when I finally make it there, boom! I knocked that thing right over too. This is not going well. I look up into the stands again to find my coach's smile somehow, impossibly, unthinkably growing. This is no bueno. I get it together again, and I start running as fast as I can to the third hurdle. And before I can try to jump over that one, something inside me just snaps. And I get this overwhelming sense of no. I look up to my coach for the 3rd time that race, and I wait until he meets my eye contact. And while holding that line of sight, I slowly and intentionally step over that 3rd hurdle. Much to my amusement, I see that big smug smile start to fall, and his arms start to go slack at his side. And in that moment, I know I am not running, and I am not sorry. While maintaining that line of sight, I stroll to the 4th hurdle. And I step over that one too. Coach's smile is completely gone, arms useless and slack at his side, now replaced by his characteristic cherry red face. And I know he's big mad, but I don't care, because I'm committed to walking this sprint. And I know that I am going to walk and step over every hurdle. So that's what I do for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, until I come in an absolute dead last. Now, I fully expect to hear Coach's characteristic shrill screaming for a very public and very intentional loss. And I expect to hear him screaming, "Blank drills, Munoz!" But instead what I find is him walking up to me, wearing a big, genuine smile, until he reaches me, places his hand on my shoulder, starts laughing, and just walks away. That is not what I was expecting. Coach did find me after the race to ask what had happened. And I filled him in on my overwhelming course load and how my time was so divided. And much to my surprise, he became a dear mentor. But it shouldn't be a surprise that he never put me in an event that wasn't the 2 mile again. Fast forward a few years, and I find myself sitting across the desk from Nancy, my college admissions counselor, because I had landed a really good scholarship. And I could not contain my excitement. I said, Nancy, please tell me, how much money have I been awarded? To which she said, the maximum amount. Ooh, her deadpan personality could not contain my excitement, so I had to ask her again, Nancy, what did I do that helped me win this scholarship? Was it the extracurriculars like track? Was it the academics? Was it the volunteering? What was the work? And she said, you are way overqualified. In that moment, I could not help but think I had taken on too many hurdles in life, but no matter, I'm right on track.